Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Lotus Spirit Tarot. My name is Shannon Colleen, and this is going to be a timeless reading from your angels. So whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to hear the message. Before we get started, Gemini, I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting this channel, the likes, the shares, the comments. I read each and every one. Definitely those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. I could not be here without those likes. Without those comments, there's no way I could do this. So thank you so very much. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have for you, what your overall energy is. Angels of Gemini, what is the overall energy? Show me clearly, please. Angels of Gemini, what is the overall energy? Show us clearly, please. What is the overall energy for this reading? Show me clearly. Angels of Gemini, what is the overall energy? What is the message? Thank you. Wow. Angel of Reflection. You have the number 15 here, which is 6. Sixes are about being on the right path, and they're also about love. So I feel here for some of you, very, very small percentage, you are reflecting on your relationship and wondering if you want to still be in it. Okay? It's a very small group of you. But yeah, there's some of you out there where you're thinking about the relationship you're in, the current, well, you know what? I take that back. I just heard, no, this actually doesn't have to be just romance. Very few of you, it's romance. You're reflecting back on the relationship that you have and you're wondering if you still want to be a part of that relationship. But also for you, others of you, this is relationship in job, right? You're reflecting on, do I want this career? Do I want this job? Any type of partnership, okay? I think you're taking a moment and you're stepping back and you're going, is this really what I want? But I will say for a lot of you, it's probably more on a relationship with a career, a relationship with a job, a relationship with a friend. And very few of you, it will be romantic. But I think you're really trying to say here, what you're trying to think or feel is my heart in this? Right? I feel like that's what you're saying to yourself. Is my heart in it? And I think that you're taking a moment to say, is this truly my path? Is this something or someone I love? Like, or still in love with, do I dare say? Because a lot of times we can leave a career that we did once love. At one point, it inspired us, and it no longer does. Therefore, we're making changes, right? Same with a person. You can be in a romantic relationship, and you can decide to separate. That doesn't mean that the love is gone. It just changes, right? That love for that person changes into something more platonic. So it's going to be different for all of you. But like I said, most of you, this is career, job, hobbies, things you loved to do, you no longer do. It's kind of like food in the sense of it's like you really loved this one food. Well, actually, I'll use my own example. For a long time, I loved cottage cheese. I did. I loved it. Now I'm like, ugh, right? Ugh, right? So it's kind of like that analogy. And you're reflecting on it. You're definitely reflecting on this relationship, whatever it might be. All right, let's get into the tarot here. Listen, Gemini, if you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. However, there's only one way to book, through the description box below, okay? There is a link, a Simply Book Me link. You click on that, a page is going to pop up that says book now. Click on that, and another page is going to pop up that shows all the different readings I have available for you. All right, angels for Gemini, show me clearly. Angels for Gemini, show me clearly. What is the message here for Gemini? Show me clearly. All right, yeah, you're manifesting something new here, and it's going to change your direction very quickly. So I do feel like you're reflecting on something, or you could be, for example, you could have your own business, and you could be reflecting on that and which direction you want it to go. So you may not be leaving everything behind. Some of you are, some of you aren't, but this is shift of direction. You know that you have everything you need to succeed and manifest a different type of life and go for the things that your heart really desires, right? I mean, you will be rewarded for this, but I do see this shift of direction here, right? I absolutely do. It will be successful for you once you decide, I want to, it would be like, what's a good example? Let's say you were, let's say you're an accountant and you decide you want to be a lawyer. You're like, I like being an accountant. I like numbers. I loved it at one point, but I want to shift. So you want a shift. You want to change the directions. And when you decide to do it, you will be very successful. Okay? Very successful. You have all the resources you need to change directions. I often talk about the Chariot as being grabbing the reins and carving your own path. And that's what you're doing here. I would tell you there's lots of major arcana coming out so far in these readings. I mean, your first 2 cards are major arcana too. That's life-changing stuff, right? That's when the universe kind of steps in and says, what is it, Gemini, that you really want? What is it that you really want? Do you not like the cottage cheese anymore? That's okay. Let's go find something you do love. Definitely check out your other placements. Okay, so check out your rising. That's important. Your moon and your Venus. But yeah, I feel like you're changing directions because your heart's not in it anymore, right? Oh yeah, look at this. You've got the 8 of Wands. Communication. This is also success. The 8 of Wands is the minor arcana of the Chariot. I told you, once you decide, things change rapidly for you. And look at how all the excitement, the passion, the fireworks. You're like, yeah, this makes me excited, So if we're using the job, career, business, it's like, and some of you, it's leaving a career to start your own business, right? Look at all the passion here and the excitement, and there's no limit, right? There's no limit. These guys are going up into the sky. There's no limit. They can keep going and going and going. And 8s are about abundance. And abundance it doesn't have to be just money, right? Abundance is how we feel. Abundance of love. Abundance of passion for something. Like I said, some of you, this is romantic, and this just lifts you off into a new direction, but it's very few of you where it's actual romance. We also have here awakening. That's the reflection, right? Angel of reflection. You're reflecting. You're thinking about this. You're like, is this really where I want my life to be or go? It literally says here, a temporary pause for reflection. You cannot make it up, right? And I do feel like you're taking a moment. You're saying, I don't know I don't know if I want this anymore. All these things are falling out of his pouch here. Like, I don't really need this. I don't really want this. And I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I mean, I think we should have it all. I think you should have all the wealth, have the big house if you want, like anything you want. It's all an experience. However, the example they're giving me is like giving that all up, right, in order to live a minimalistic life, which brings you more joy, right? But you are awakening to something. You do want to change. And again, 3 major arcana. There has been so much major arcana coming out in these readings. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's great. I think a lot of us are up major. Whoa, that's too many. Show me clearly for Gemini. Show me clearly for Gemini. Thank you. So Gemini, we have here, I love this. Yes, perfect. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. This is good fortune, right? This is the Ace of Pentacles. That's the new beginning, right? And I told you, a lot of you, it's career, because it does set an exciting career opportunity, something different, right? You're ready for this change. You're like, I need to move on. Some of you, it does even say on here, like a new home or a new vehicle. It could even be that. You're like, I could be the opposite, right? You've lived very minimally. You've lived in a studio apartment, and you're like, you know what? I've changed my mind. This was great. I really want a big house in the suburbs, right? It's going to be different for all of you because it's a general reading. But I love this. You are on a new path, right? You are absolutely on a new path. But you're choosing it. And it's because you're reflecting on your life, where you're at, what you want. And it can go either way. It could be like, I'm hugely successful, or I feel very successful, but I just don't want to do this anymore. Or it can be the opposite. I've been stuck, right, doing this job that I really, it was, I don't know, helping me pay the bills, but it's not what I really love, right? It's just a big change. Show me clearly. Thank you. Look at that. The balance card came out. Yeah. This is a card of alchemy, right? This is the temperance card. This is turning water into wine for sure. This is changing, right? Successful change. And it brings more balance into your life. Right? This is a successful change. I mean, that's what you want. That's why you're reflecting. That's why we all reflect, right? You want more, Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. You want more independence in your life. You want more being able to call the shots a little bit more, right? Is what I feel for you. And I like that. I really like that. Let's see what else we have for you, Gemini. I just feel like for some of you, whatever this is, your heart's just not in it anymore. And that's okay. That happens. I will tell you, I've had many careers in my life. Many. And I left one because I was interested in another. And I left the other one because I was interested in the next one, right? That's quite all right. Thank you. Okay, so call on your animal spirits. It says your animals in spirit are safe and well and showering you with their love. So that's just saying your angels, your animal angels, they're there. Everybody's cheering you on. Let's get one more. Yeah, everybody's cheering you on, telling you, yeah, go for what you love. Right? Oh, that's a really great way to put it. I think about that for all my people out there who have owned a pet, right? Familiar family, cat, dog, bunny, whatever, that you've lost. Not to make you sad, but think about how much you loved that animal. How much you love that animal. That's the kind of love you need to put into your life, into the work, the career, even the romantic life, right? Yeah, and I love this. The other card that came out is like an eagle. It is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fail. You're ready for this change. You are ready for this change. You are not going to fail. You have reflected enough on it, and now you're ready to take that leap of faith, right? You're ready to soar. So I love that for you, Gemini. Don't forget to like, share, comment, right? Subscribe if you haven't. And all of my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time, Gemini.